be over there, and then you just edit.
We live.
Hello, are we live now? Let's see. See if it shows here. Let's see that we're live now. Set it up properly. Oh my goodness. How do I know that it's working? I'll somebody send a message. We'll see. See if somebody's sending a message on that one.
Is there anybody out there?
Is there anybody out there watching us? Strange. Is this live right now? Oh my goodness, this is crazy stuff. Let me see. Susanti would have checked it for us, but she left.
That came through on her phone. So.
It came through on her phone? Yeah, but it's not coming on this one. To see why I hit this.
Okay, we've got 3 people out there. Can one of you just send a thumbs up or something that you can hear us okay?
Give us thumbs up if you can hear us. Okay, let's see if it's not just here.
Yes. Yeah, we're on.
Yes.
Thank you, Susanti.
Okay, this is UNMASC Lifestyle here. And you are welcome to the show today. Today I am so excited because we have a very great friend of mine as special guest here. So this is, we have Alison Hooker, who is a great...
Only call me Ali. Only my mother calls me Alison.
Okay,
so bad.
So she is Ali Hooker. So she is the special guest for today. And Ali is a poet. She's a writer. She's a philanthropist because Ali is so, she gives to the community. She gives so much to the community. You know how all of us would work for money. Ali is so generous. She's selfless in this day where people are so selfish. So Ali is in this show today. She's a writer. She's not a chef, but she has a book that is coming up. And I'll let her talk about the book as the show, before the show begins. So I'm going to greet you and say, Salam alaikum, Ali.
Alaikum salam, Chinwe.
Yes. So this is how we greet in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That's where we're launching this video from. So you are welcome to the show. And today we will be talking about dates. And this is one of the recipes, as I have said, in Ali's upcoming book. Will be launched next year at the Dubai Expo. She would give us all of the details about it, hopefully. So I would want to ask you guys one question before we start. My question is, do you know that dates, these are the dates, do you know that they qualify as superfoods? So today you get to hear the history of dates, and we're going to show you a recipe as well, which is Ali's recipe. I thought is best when the one who created the recipe gets to show the recipe. So Ali is going to be showing us her recipe, and I'm sure you're excited because now you have the one who wrote the recipe in this channel. Aren't we happy and blessed to have her come to showcase her recipe to us? I am so excited because we get the first peek of this recipe even before it goes.
Oh, well, I have to admit, Chinwe, it's not actually my recipe.
And whatever it is, it's in your cookbook.
It's a recipe I found in somebody else's collection of recipes.
That's fine. But today we're going to get, because this recipe is coming in your book, in your cookbook, so we're excited that we're going to share from this. So I welcome Ali to this show, and I will give Ali now is going to talk about everything we want to know about the dates and all of it.
And if you want to find out all about Chinwe's first date with Kenny, you need to hang around until we start peeling some bananas, okay?
Wow, that's cool.
So why the interest in dates? Well, we're living here in Saudi Arabia, as Chinwe said, and Saudi is one of the biggest producers of dates in the world. And they also give away thousands of tons of dates every year to humanitarian causes because it's a superfood. It is something that will sustain you. It's a food that will sustain you when you have little else to eat. And it does have a great history going back about 5,000 years as far as we know. And it features in all the great religions, and there are myths, there are legends, there are all sorts of stories about where dates came from that go back many, 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 many years. So it really is a fantastic, it's a food with a story, but it also is a food with a lot of health benefits, and we're going to talk about that a little bit too. And this is just, we have two recipes to share with you, two that are fairly similar but slightly different use of ingredients, and we're going to do a taste test on those in the end as well. But it is a recipe for a smoothie that is a real good energy boost for you. So hopefully you'll gain some benefit from trying this recipe. I got involved with dates because I was living in the kingdom until I came here. Probably when I was growing up, I grew up in the UK, and when I was growing up, we only had dates on very special occasions because they were very expensive. I don't know if you had the same sort of experience, Chinwe, when you were growing up.
I grew up in Nigeria, and in Nigeria we have the palm trees, but the palm trees actually make the palm kernel, which is where you get the red oil from. And most of the oil is when they refine the palm oil. That's when you get the refined vegetable oil and all of that sort of things. But the palm oil also, I understand that it has the most antioxidants that you can imagine. So that would be a topic for another day. But our palm trees actually do not produce dates. But now we were looking at dates, palm trees in Nigeria to plant in our house in Nigeria because just it's so beautiful, you know. So, but they told us they don't really survive a lot in the southeast of Nigeria, but they actually survive in the northwest, in the north south of Nigeria, northern Nigeria.
Dates do need a temperature of at least 16 degrees centigrade before they will fruit. So, although you might see date palms in other places around the world, unless they meet the specific temperature conditions, they won't actually fruit.
Okay. So that's why. So, but we decided we're still going to try it and see if it grows in our house. So we've already ordered it. So we're going to have palm trees. Just they're so beautiful, you know. The tree that actually make dates here, they make palm kernels. And then these other ones that you think they are palm trees, they are the coconut trees in Nigeria, you know. So it's really interesting, the dynamics of all of these products.
I'm going to correct you there, Chinwe, because a common mistake that people make, and they do it all the time, is they call palms trees. And in actual fact, they are not trees.
What are they?
They are palms.
Oh, okay. Palms and palms.
They're actually closer to the
You
grass family than they are to the trees.
Okay.
So, but it's like I come from Australia now, and people talk about koala bears, and koalas are not bears. They're koalas, and date palms are the same. And I've had to retrain myself to think of them as date palms and palms rather than palm trees. It's so easy to say there's a nice palm tree, but that is actually incorrect. So, you know, just to let you know.
So now we learned something today. The palm,
your next dinner party.
The dates are not trees; they are palms. So
yeah,
that's
exactly.
Great job.
So dates have been cultivated for as long as mankind has been around. I mean, we have records from about 5,000 years ago, and there are legends that say that after Noah's Ark came to rest, date palms were the first cultivated crop. There are records from Mesopotamia, from Iraq, from around the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers that go back 3,000 years. And we know that, you know, the ancient Egyptians used dates a lot as well, and they used them for medicine as well as for eating, and for forms of payment of their workers too. So some of the things that they used them, the ancient Egyptians used them for, they used them to treat swellings and inflammation, coughs and colds, intestinal worms. So if you're feeling a bit irritable today, you know, in that department, eat some dates.
Yes.
And hair growth as well, which has actually been clinically proven to be something. In more recent times, it's been clinically proven to be one benefit of dates, that they can help with hair regrowth. So you have to eat them though. You don't rub them on the top.
That's awesome. Yes. Yeah. You have to actually, you know.
Yeah. So you know, so we have records of dates in the Bible and in the Torah, the Jewish religious book, and in the Quran. And it's interesting. You remember that phrase from the book of Exodus about a land flowing with milk and honey? Yeah. Well, it's interesting that a lot of historians actually think that the honey referred to isn't actually the sort of honey that bees produce, but it's actually the date syrup, which was popularly known as honey. Yeah. So, you know, when we talk about the land flowing with milk and honey, it could well have been date syrup that they were referring to way back in those times. And Abraham, who is the patriarch, who is, you know, common to all three major religions as well, he lived in the land of Ur, which was well known for cultivating dates. Yeah. And he loved dates. And so, you know, right back in his time, he sort of popularized an interest, a passion in dates. So, and then, you know, when we come up to the time of Muhammad, the Prophet, when he was around in Medina, it was an area again where a lot of dates were grown, and he enjoyed eating dates. There are records that it was one of his favorite fruits. And there are 26 references in the Quran, in the Holy Quran, to dates, and 16 of those specifically refer to them in terms of them being a gift of God's abundance. So, you know, for a long, long time, people in this region of the world have respected dates. And it's one of the few crops that will grow in the deserts and around the oases here. And it's probably the reason that people actually started to settle in these areas, you know, way back when they first sort of, you know, came through these areas. So been around for a long time. A lot of folklore attached to them, a lot of legends, a lot of stories, you know, all through this region. So a fascinating food to actually learn a bit about. Yes. Yeah. Now, one thing that we've experienced here at Chinmay, I don't know if you want to mention something about this, is Arabian hospitality.
Yes, it is amazing. You know, actually, I can say that before I came to this country, I was so not sure I wanted to leave Canada to come here. But now I met Ali 5 years plus ago, you know, with the women's group here in Saudi Aramco, and it's been wonderful because we have gotten the opportunity to go into Saudians' homes, and honestly, you want to come to Saudi Arabia. They are so hospitable. They are one of the best people. You will be dazed that these people are beautiful inside out, you know. So they are almost like, I always say to them, they're like Nigerians with hospitality, because I'm Nigerian Canadian, so, but I will tell you, when you go to a Nigerian home, they entertain you, they give you the best part of the food, and that's what they do here. When you go, like, Munira, one of our main patrons of the Haram Women's Group, she's the oldest member. She's introduced us to all of these great Arabian things. Ali and I have actually had the opportunity to collaborate with the Jude organization in Koba here in Dhahran, in Koba in Saudi Arabia, because I'm talking to the entire world, so I'm just wanting to make sure everybody understands where I'm coming from. So we got the opportunity to collaborate and be able to package. What we've done is, this is the 4th year that this is done. We did it in March. We packaged multicultural shows. The first one was weddings around the world. It was so beautiful. We had all the weddings from very elaborate weddings from 4 different parts of the world showcase. The second year we had what we call celebrations. Then this year we actually had it before COVID. It was like we pushed it and just did it in March before the COVID, shut everybody down on the 13th. So we had it on the 5th, I think, on the 6th of March. So we had it. This year we had this Chinese and South Korean culture. It was beautiful. So these people are just unbelievable. They welcome you with all their hearts. You know what? You have to come to Saudi to enjoy this. And when you come,
what I was hoping she would talk about was why we had this dala here in front of us, which is a coffee pot, an Arabian coffee pot. And when you experience Arabian hospitality, it always involves coffee and dates. Dates is very much part of the tradition here, and the khahwa, which is the coffee, and served in a beautiful pot like this, a dala. And so that's probably the first time that a lot of people from outside the Middle East kind of experience dates.
Yes.
I mean, when I was growing up, we only saw dates at Christmas time, and they were a luxury item. They were very expensive, and they were looked on as being a treat for the adults. It wasn't something that the kids got into. So, and occasionally my mum, if she had some leftover dates, she would maybe put them into a Christmas cake or into a Christmas pudding or something.
Yes.
But it was very much a luxury item.
Yes.
And not something that we were used to eating.
Yeah, the sticky toffee pudding. That was the old English dessert that I fell in love with because my husband loves sweets too. He loves them.
Well, the Christmas pudding is very similar.
Yeah,
sort of the way that they cook it is very similar to that. But then when you come here, you start to realize that dates is very much play a very important part in Middle Eastern culture. And that's how I got interested, because we both have friends who are very generous and who deliver boxes of dates to our door at different times.
Yeah.
And with it not being a food stuff that we're used to using, I thought, well, I'm going to have to be curious here and try and find, some different ways to use these dates. So I started collecting recipes together. I now have about 140 recipes for everything from savories to traditional Arabian dishes to sweets and treats and the smoothies that we're going to show you today.
Yes.
And as Chinwe mentioned before, at the moment I'm working on putting those together into a book that hopefully will be available for the public in the future. Next year we're looking at perhaps promoting it at the Dubai Expo. So hopefully that's something that you'll enjoy down the track. But so that's sort of a bit of a background to dates. I mean, one of the other important things that we should convey to you is what makes them a superfood. I mean, we've already mentioned that the ancient Egyptians used to use them quite normally in their daily lives as a medicine to help with different things. So what is it about dates that's good for us? Why should we be eating dates on a regular basis? So first of all, they're known for improving heart health. They're known for lowering cholesterol.
Yeah.
And as the Egyptians found, they're also good as an anti-inflammatory. So if you want to get rid of some of those pills in the cupboard, have a date instead. Just try and find someone handsome to have it with.
Yeah.
So we're looking at vitamins, a lot of vitamins in dates, a lot of B vitamins, so very good for you. B1, B2, B3, B5, as well as vitamins A1, C, E, and K. Okay, so you've got, they're almost like a vitamin tablet in themselves.
Yes.
They also have a substance which is another V vitamin called choline within them, which is used, which the brain uses for promoting memory.
Yes.
So they're actually a good food for young children, who are at school and having to use their memory, and also for elderly people to help, guard against Alzheimer's. Yeah. So that's an important thing to think about. They have a high iron content, and they also have other things like selenium, excuse my pronunciation, copper, magnesium, which are all good for better bone health. And one dried date provides 140 milligrams of potassium, which is also good for menopausal women.
Yes,
so we should be eating our dates on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's good.
And they also have energy-giving carbs, dietary fiber, because they're quite fibrous. I mean, if I show that to you, I don't know if you can see, but they're quite a fibrous fruit. So that's good fiber for you.
Yeah, soluble fibers.
And so again, if you're suffering from a bit of constipation, they will help.
They're very good.
Yeah. And healthy fats as well. What else? A bit of magnesium in there, so that's good too. That helps with lowering blood vessel, lowering blood pressure because it dilates the blood vessels. So they're actually a good way to take magnesium, because sometimes when people take magnesium in a tablet form, it can cause diarrhea or tummy upsets, different things. Whereas the date is kind of much more easily digested. So if you have a need of magnesium to supplement your diet, it's a good way to go.
Yeah.
And you get all those other extras as well. The other thing is it has things like folate, niacin, thiamine, riboflavin, carotenoids, which are all good for pregnancy as well. So, for any ladies out there who might be expecting a baby, and if you're not expecting a baby and you'd like one, they're very good for male infertility.
Oh, that's a good one.
In fact, Suzanne was here earlier, and she was sharing with us about how she always takes gifts of dates back to Indonesia, and our mum gives them out to all the friends and neighbours, who are looking to have children, because there again, it's a tradition that dates help with infertility or help with fertility. So there you go. Don't give up the birth control.
Yeah, the potent antioxidants. They're great.
And dates also have a very low glycemic index, so they're good for for your sugar levels. And can certainly help people. They've been proved clinically that people with diabetes can actually eat them without having any problems. So great source for them too. What else? What have I missed? Preventing hair loss. Good one.
And the eyes.
Yes, the carotenoids in them are very good for eyesight as well.
Especially for the degeneration of eyes.
Yes.
It helps the muscular part of your eyes. So as we're getting older, we keep our eyes healthy.
Yeah, exactly. So many health benefits. Why aren't we eating more of them? Now
Not too much.
they are fairly well. One of the drawbacks is that they are fairly high calorifically, which
Yes.
would put some people off.
Yes.
But dietitians sort of say maybe 6 to 8 dates a day per person is a good way to go.
Which is great.
Yeah.
They're very tasty.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they are.
And there's so many things you can do with them, which we're just going to show you one simple thing. Anything else I should tell you? They good for your skin health as well. So
yeah, vitamin E.
6 to 8 dates a day. On you go, girls. Rush out to the supermarket.
Yes, go there everywhere now.
Now, we should also tell you too, one of the unique things about dates is that they can actually be eaten at three different stages of their growth. So at the first stage, they will be quite hard. And you've probably, some of those of you who live here, you probably have seen these in the supermarkets. They're quite hard, the dates, and that's the first stage at which you can eat them. They're fresh, but they're hard. Sometimes they even have quite a dry texture. And then they go on into a softer, fresh texture, like the ones that we've got here in front of us.
Those ones are right.
That's called the Rutab stage. And they're sweet, they're softer, they're more of a sort of like a fruit. But I think I prefer them. I don't know that Chinwe does.
Actually, I prefer the fresh ones.
Because they have fewer calories.
Because they have less calories.
So I said to her, just because they have calories doesn't mean they're not good for you.
I know they're not, but I just love this one. And tell us about that. This is the season where they are harvesting the dates.
Yes, exactly. So here in Saudi, August is the time, the big harvesting of dates, and these are the dried. These are when the dates are dried. I mean, traditionally they would have been taken off the trees and then laid out in the sun to dry, and they would have sustained families through the winter. There would have been a good source of food for them and all their vitamins and everything through the winter, and even the pips inside, the camels would eat them. So nothing wasted.
For the hair as well, those as the seed.
Are they good for the hair?
Yeah. When you remember one of the things we went to, the lady was using them for extracts.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
yes.
for the hair.
Hair and skin as well. Yeah. So, and this is probably the way that most of us have experienced them previously, is in the dried form.
Yes.
Although I think I've seen in Australia the fresh dates are becoming more popular in the supermarkets in season. So, but yeah, so the dried dates, you can use them for all sorts of things. The fresh dates, probably a little bit harder to use them in cooking, but we're going to be using the dried dates today.
Yes.
Just one thing, most recipes sort of suggest that you take the pit out. I mean, you don't really want to be crunching that and breaking your teeth. And if you've got a camel in the backyard, then collect them together and feed your camel. We have our own here.
Yeah.
There you go. He's just hanging out for the pits at the end of the session. I knew the reason he was here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start off by
making this.
First of all,
let me grab the.
So if you want to grab the bananas,
and the almond milk.
So the first smoothie that we're going to make is using. We're going to be using water, and Chinwe's just gone to get the frozen bananas. I mean, you can use fresh bananas in this recipe perfectly adequately, but I like to actually freeze my bananas, and then I don't have to worry about putting ice in the in the mixture, because you've got that nice cold banana going in there right from the start. And if you've got cold water as well, then it just produces a smoothie that's ready to drink and very pleasant. So in this one, we're going to put some chia seeds. I guess you're familiar with chia seeds. We're going to have some blanched almonds, which I blanched at home yesterday. We're going to just use a couple of dates, so not too many calories. 1 banana, some coconut oil, and water. So yeah, here we've got our frozen bananas. So if you want to have a go at peeling that for me,
Yes.
Yeah. So just cut the end off, and then you need to run the knife. So I just put a fresh banana in the freezer, and then take it out when I need it. I leave the skin on to freeze it so it doesn't go black or brown. And then you just have to sort of scrape the skin off. As it starts to defrost, the skin will come off fairly easily. Okay. So here we go. So while we're doing the banana, I'm going to find out from Chinwe, when she first put it out there that she was going to do a session about dates. Somebody thought she was going to be actually hosting a dating show.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, let's find out. Tell us about your first date with Kenny.
Oh my gosh, you don't want to know.
Yes,
because
you do. Yes,
my
you do.
first date actually invited my girlfriend. And
What, he did or you did?
me, I did. He had invited me. And then we're going for dinner, and I told my very good friend, I was back in Nigeria, I worked for Schlumberger at the time, and she worked for Anadril Schlumberger. And then I said, come, this guy that I met, he wants us to go for dates. And so I took her, and I tell you what, it was a disaster. She was just going crazy. Kenny had taken us to this very classy place, and she was like, and he was looking at me like, you look so like this, and your friend is totally like crazy, like he was like, afterwards he's like, I almost missed it, because he was like going, who is this girl? Is she having like 2 different lives? Because my friend was totally wacky, so but it panned out anyway, so that's the good news.
Okay. Oh, well, no, hang on.
I should wait.
Yes. So let's start off. We're going to put a teaspoon of chia seeds into the what do we call this thing? The Nutri
Let's
Mix.
move these ones.
She's using her super duper Nutri
So
Mix.
we're using the Super Blitz.
Super blitz.
We're
not just going to blitz it. We're going to super blitz.
Neutral Blitz.
Yeah. Okay.
Neutral
So
blitz.
let's if you could pass me
You want to crush?
a teaspoon. Yeah, we'll do this first because we want to put in a teaspoon of chia seeds. So I'm using black chia seeds. I mean, you can use the white ones just as well.
And some people call them chai seeds.
Chai seeds, okay. Well,
Yeah.
and I'm going to put a tablespoon of these blanched almonds. If you give me my tablespoon, thank you. So I'm always pretty generous with my food, which is why I'm the size that I am.
Oh, wow. Don't even go in there.
So we're going to blitz these in the Super Blitz.
Okay. Here's the
Okay. What do we do with this? Just
Let's
go
go
like this.
I'll do it. Okay.
So that's the seeds and the almonds
So we're
together.
Gonna blast it down.
Ooh, lovely. So we've got that. Now we've got sort of seeds and the almonds.
So you want me
together.
to crush it more?
Yeah, let's just give it another whiz.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you are going to have this smoothie is a little bit bitty. You've got little bits and pieces floating around in it, but that's
So
okay.
it'll
We
be
don't
chunky.
mind that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the dates. So if I get my
So do you want to use the bigger container?
no, we'll just use the same one. So these dates are just the dark. I prefer the darker, richer, fruity dates because I think they have a lovely flavour. Some people like the drier, longer dates, but I like these, and I like them when they start to go a little bit sort of sugary as well. I just think it's a really nice, rich flavour, and they work well in the smoothie. But you can use any kind of dates, and it will do as well. I mean, this recipe actually calls for 2 dates per person. But again, I'm going to be a bit more Oops, I'll be a bit more generous. I've taken the pits out of these already, so I like the datey flavour. So I don't care about the calories.
Yeah, very good for you, anyways. When
Okay,
something is
so-
good for you, you just want to
Well,
enjoy it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So do you give it another blitz then?
Okay, so do I blend this
Yeah.
now?
No. Just blitz it in here so that the dates get all crushed up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Go
Right. No, I think that's fine. Yeah. One thing you do have to watch when you're blitzing the dates is they don't get stuck all around the blades because of course they're a little bit sticky. So yeah, that is something. Make sure that you blitz it, kind of hard so that the dates don't get stuck around. Should we put it in the bigger container now?
Okay.
Yeah. So now we're going to add the banana, the peeled banana. So we're going to have one
Let me
banana
make
in
sure
this
I
one.
bring everything.
This
out of
is enough for one person that we're doing here. Okay. So we've got 1 teaspoon of the chia seeds. We've got 1 tablespoon of blanched almonds. We've got upwards of 2 dates pitted, and we've got 1 banana. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a teaspoon of coconut oil. So I've got good quality organic coconut oil here. Oh, well, I'll blitz the bananas first, I think.
So this is
Put the whole
one banana?
in. 1 whole banana, frozen.
So instead of ice, she decides to freeze the banana, so we don't have to add extra ice to it.
Okay, so do you want to give that a blitz?
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, the banana is adding lots of potassium in there as well. So, but yeah, it's going to need another
Then
more of a, yeah. It's getting sticky now. Yeah.
So the liquid is going to do it.
Yeah.
So,
We can put the oil in at this stage as well. Let's just put 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. This actually gives it a sort of little buzz of the coconut. It's funny how coconut oil does that. You think I'm not putting very much in there, but it just adds something to the flavour. You just get that little hint of coconut coming through, and it's really nice.
they are absolutely amazing.
Do you want to give that another blitz then?
And they are healthy as well. So.
So now we're going to add 200 millilitres of, or well, about a cup. We'll put a cup in. We'll put a cup in, which is a bit more than 200 mils. But
cup of water.
We're going to put the water in. Just don't fill it quite to the top. Well, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to blitz it all again.
Okay. I love the magic bullets. They are so good. Good.
Yep. So as you can see, we've got a nice bitty looking shake with all the seeds and the dates in it. So if you want to pour that out into a glass, and then we're going to make another variation.
We're going to try this.
Are we going to try this first?
Yes.
Okay.
All
All right.
try
We're going to
it.
do the comparison taste test.
Yeah, we're going to try it.
So it's so easy, and yet here you've got this a beautiful consistency, sort of milkshake consistency, and I think it's really good for you.
Wow.
So
Good.
of course, the other thing that you do need to watch with this is because it has bits in it. Sometimes it gets, the straws get blocked, so you do have to be a bit wary of that.
This is good.
And on the straw front, I'd encourage you to get reusable straws. This is what we're using here. Because straws are one of those terrible things that don't decompose very quickly, and they get washed into the sea, and they cause all sorts of problems for our wildlife. So now they're available, these reusable straws. I'd encourage you to to get them.
Mhm.
So you like it?
They are amazing. Very good, healthy, and delicious. Really good. It's so blocked.
I can't get it
Maybe
up.
we need to crush it more.
Very nice.
It's beautiful.
Very nice.
Oh my goodness, you need to try this.
Mm.
Try this, let us know what you think about it, what you feel. It's healthy and
And
delicious.
very filling as well, actually. You know, so I mean, my husband quite often has one for his breakfast on a Saturday morning. You know, he'll say, "Can you make me one of those shakes with the dates?" You know.
Yeah, the guys, they love sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so that was number one recipe, and we're gonna make another one now, and very similar, but perhaps even a little bit easier as well. So we're going to need two frozen bananas for this one.
Yeah,
So my friend here, my beautiful assistant,
yes,
is going to do the honors with the banana. She's a whiz at this, you know, really good. You need her in my kitchen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do my best.
Oh, so I'll tell you about my first date with my husband.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very snowy and very icy, and we were, well, it wasn't really a proper date. I was chasing him at this point, and I'd set my sights on him, and I made him sort of take me for a walk to the local shops. We were students at the time, and because it was so icy, I just kept falling down,
Oh my goodness.
and he just had to keep picking me up again.
Wow, that's so
helping me
cool.
to my feet. So
Yeah.
being a wonderful gentleman, that was the start of things to come. And this year we're celebrating our 38th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's a long time to
it
be
was
married.
worth it.
Yeah. We are 20.
Okay, so what we're going to
27
do
years.
with this next one is we're going to put all the ingredients in the blender at the same time. So we might need to use the other big pot for this one.
This
Yeah.
one.
So I can start putting some of the other things in.
You need a spoon.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a few more dates in this one. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, more.
Like the flavour of the dates.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah.
I don't know why they say just two. I mean, two just isn't enough.
You know what? You
But,
don't have
you know,
it every minute.
I mean, it's exactly. You don't eat it all the time, and it's so good for you. That's what you have to keep telling yourself.
Yeah. Intentional. That's what we call intentional living.
Yeah.
So
Now this makes enough quantity for two people to have a nice big smoothie. So I'm going to put some peanut butter. This is crunchy peanut butter because it's got bits in it, and bits are good. It's a bitty shake, so you know it's just a few more bits.
Okay.
Yeah, scrape that off for me. So obviously, if you have a peanut allergy, this isn't a good one to do.
Yeah,
but,
you can have almond.
Yeah, you can use almond butter or
Yeah.
cashew butter or something like
Yeah.
that. Or if you have a nut allergy, don't use anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to use the coconut oil for this one. Chia seeds, here we go. We're going to be a bit more generous with the chia.
Chai seeds, some people call
Chai
them.
seeds,
so
okay.
You get the advantage of all the different pronunciations, you know.
Well,
Here we are.
I'm probably wrong.
I don't know which one is right, but just
So I've got 2 tablespoons of those
in
anyway.
case.
So, yeah. And we're going to put the banana in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sure I've got, my cinnamon.
Oh,
So,
cinnamons
yeah,
are amazing. Yeah.
Nice,
I'll give you a teaspoon.
yeah, teaspoon. Yeah. There we go. About half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, ground cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need our almond milk. So this is the cheap version. In the last one, we had to actually use the blanched almonds and crush them up. This one, instead of using the water and the blanched almonds, we're going to use the almond milk.
What's the
So
measurement?
what we need is 2 cups. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's our cups? Hang on.
Have it here.
2 cups of that.
2 cups. Oh,
This is unsweetened almond milk because with the fruit that you've got there already, you've got enough sweetness. You really don't need to add any more. There we go, that's plenty. I'm going to give this a good old blitz. Wet the the lid go.
That's fine.
There we go.
Okay. So we have everything we need.
Yep. And of course, you can have I've got your organic peanut butter here. So if you want to, do the whole health thing, you can go organic. And dates are a pretty organic crop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're okay there as well.
Yeah. Okay. So
Ooh.
let me push this and bring the magic to it. So.
Yep. It's looking good. I mean, you can blitz it as much as you
As
like.
you want.
Yeah, as smooth as you like.
Maybe goes through pasta.
Yeah, I wanted to go through the
This
straw.
Good.
So, yeah, you are better with a thicker straw.
I know.
But that's fine.
Yeah. So now we
Okay,
get
so
this.
now we're going to have a taste test with this one too. Okay. Move these out the
Let
way.
me put. Okay. Get your straw. Let's put it here. Reusable straws.
Yes.
Okay. Use the straws.
Mm-hmm. You have one of these for breakfast that will keep you going till lunchtime.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, that's nice and thick.
This is
This probably
good.
won't go through the straws. You might need the spoon for this one. But lovely milkshake consistency, and that's
Yeah.
the banana that does that. So
Mhm. And you can even
Yeah.
add more liquid. If
yeah,
want
you
it to
can.
be
You
more
can make it as
liquidy.
runny as you like.
Mhm.
There we go.
Wow, this is good.
In actual fact, you could probably freeze it and make nice sort of ice cream as well.
Oh wow, that
Yeah.
would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the ice cream part. Healthy ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
That's
Oh,
even better
man.
than the other one.
This is good. Loving it. This is so good. I think we have to do another recipe from that cookbook. This is really, really amazing. This is good.
Nice, and because you've got the mixture of textures there, you've got the fruitiness coming
Wow.
through. You've got the milkshake consistency.
Mhm.
You've got the seeds in there as well. It's
Yeah.
it's a really unusual, but nice. There's a sweetness. It's just really good.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
I think for the fact that everything in it is healthy, good for you. All of the things you've used today, they are really amazing things that
Yeah.
we need
Yeah.
actually every day.
Mhm.
So we just, have a better life and feed our system right. So this is good. I love it. This is good.
And it's the sort of thing that kids will enjoy as well, where maybe they wouldn't, like to eat a date on its own, or even eat nuts on their own. But again, you've got those nice flavors coming through. Yeah.
This is great, actually. Really great. You try this.
Mm-hmm.
Try this, and we have so much coming your way in this channel. It's all about healthy, intentional, wholesome living. Intentionally you decide this is what I want to do for myself, because with this time of actually the dates also build your immunity. They're actually very good for your immunity as well. So you see, you're getting the total package in a cup of shake. This is really amazing. I really appreciate that you came here today to talk to the audience. And, for somebody like Ali, who like to do all of this voluntary thing and hidden talent we don't even know, I just said to her, today, you're hiding in this part of the world, nobody sees you. Now, oh my goodness, I hope everybody's seeing Ali. She is really good. So she has all this amazing talent, and I am so glad.
Chinwei is a dangerous woman to be around.
Yes,
You never know what she'll have you doing next. I'll just revise what went into that shake for you, so that if you're taking notes and want the recipe. So basically, it was 2 frozen bananas, and you know, you can add, if there are any small bananas, you could do 3. But, you know, again, this is fairly fluid. I mean, as you saw, I threw in a few more things at times than perhaps the recipe called for. But, it's with a lot of cooking. I mean, with experience, you sort of decide what you like and what you don't like. And, you know, you can add more or less of things as you prefer. So you had two large frozen bananas, 4 to 6 to 8 pitted dates, stone dates. You know, again, it doesn't really matter what type of date you use, you just your own preference. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of the chia seeds, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. It can be the crunchy or the smooth, again, depending on what you like, and 2 cups of almond milk. And there you go. You've got this fantastic, very luxurious,
amazing
shake,
exotic,
that's extremely good for you. So I hope you'll try it and you'll enjoy.
I'm going to be posting this in the channel, so you can revisit and see this. I'm actually also going to post it as not a stream, just ordinary channel, so you can get the recipe. We're going to put the recipe there for you in case you want to try it, so you get the opportunity to get it and try while we wait to see all of the things that will be, you know, coming out in this new cookbook when it comes up. So I'm so excited, and this is good. Very, very good. You must try this. Dates are now sold all over the world. You can access them anywhere. So you take out the seed and use them for wherever. They're like sugar. You use them for sweeteners.
Well, you can actually dry dates and make date sugar. Date sugar is becoming very popular now, and I've noticed in some of the supermarkets here in Saudi, you can actually buy date sugar. But basically what that is the dates dried to the point, and then, you know, when they're very dry and sugary, and then they get ground up. And with a lot of recipes, like cake recipes and things like that, and desserts, you can replace the sugar with dates. So you can buy date paste, you can buy date syrup, and you can use these instead of sugar as well. It gives things a nice flavor, a nice texture. All sorts of things that you can do with dates. I mean, I never realized how versatile they were. But yeah, you can even use them in savory dishes as well.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, this is so good.
Well, thank you for having me, Chinwe, and for allowing me the opportunity to come and invade your channel.
Good, because you know, the essence of this channel is to help people to get more ideas on what to do and what to cook. Sometimes, you know, the worst enemy of a woman or a man, whoever takes care of the house, is to even think of what to cook. So sometimes you're lost with, oh my gosh, what do I make for dinner? But the essence of this is to bring you healthy stuff. Then when you are in that midst of not knowing what to make for dinner, you can actually just make maybe a shake. You can make something. All you need is to have something healthy in your system. As we feed the system, especially in this COVID, then we can get more, we can protect ourselves from, even when you get the what is it called, the COVID, the disease, the virus. If you get the virus, your immunity will fight it if you feed your system properly. That's what we have come to understand. That's what statistics say. People, if you feed yourself properly and you get the virus, you can fight it more. So that's the essence of this channel, to bring people like Ali that is also thinking of your health and my health and her health and the health of the entire world. We just want to help each other and do the right thing. So we really appreciate that you guys are tuned in today. And, you know, I wish I have an assistant. This is actually my first streaming on YouTube. And I wasn't sure what is going to happen. Maybe it's not even going to launch, but it launched. Praise the Lord. So it launched. So we are here. So if I have any question, I don't even know if there's any question. I can't read it. There's no assistant, just doing this. Can you see any of your questions?
Can't wait to try it. Well, come on down.
Yeah. You know, if there's anybody in the kingdom that want to come and try it, oh well, you can knock on the door and you get some shake, date shake. Thank you very much, Ali, for coming to the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Really
It's been fun.
appreciate it. It's really fun. We wanted to have fun with this, you know.
Yep.
So I hope you can subscribe to the channel as well. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up if you're here. And if you like to see more of what we have coming your way, you can subscribe to the channel because it's all going to be all about healthy living. Thank you all.
Our camel's getting very excited about the thought of the pips.
Wow, that is so cool. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in.
Masalama.
And then I would say shukran, Ali. Shukran for having.
Afwan, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Okay, hope to see more of you. We hoping to see more of this coming your way. Stay tuned, subscribe to us, and you know, when you subscribe, hit the bell. The bell would actually help you to get any video we launch. Even this video, I'm going to launch it. If you hit on the bell, then you can get the subscribe, then you get the bell. You have to subscribe to see the bell. Then when we upload a video, you get it right. You'll be the first to get it. So automatically it will be at your doorstep without even you going to look for it. So I hope to see more of you as we showcase what we have on this channel. Thank you all for coming.
Thank
Thank you to
you.
my dear friend.
You're welcome.
Continue to do what we can to help this planet, you know. Okay.
Masalama.
Masalama. That's it.
Hit the button.
Are you sure?